and welcome to Speakers on Edge. We're doing 15 minutes of fame, and this is that place where we have voices of vision sharing messages that matter. And our voice of vision today is Shaina. Shaina, how are you affecting the world, and who are you?
Well, Jake, I am a speaker, author, writer, and I'm the founder of the Connection Queen. And after having just profound loss in my life and seasons of adversity, I've developed some tools around resilience and confidence and identity-based planning. And I'm here today to remind women, I do this all the time, I remind women that resilience isn't just built in these big dramatic moments. It's built in these small, just daily choices that help us remember who we are and to move towards that vision that we have on our hearts, even when the world feels chaotic. See, you might have heard this phrase, we all start life out with this cup, with a cup. And the thing is, sometimes along the way, it gets broken, cracked, damaged, and you've maybe felt full before, but somehow you still end up feeling empty. You've done all the right things and still feel like something around you is leaking. And we try to hold it all together. And then we wonder why resilience feels harder than it used to be. But disconnection and burnout don't always come from doing too much or being spread too thin. Sometimes it comes from taking or trying to carry too much in a cup that has holes in it. As we started here today, you're like, do you have your water, right? I want you to imagine for a minute that you're walking through your living room at Christmas time or the holiday season. And it's dark, it's after bedtime, and you're just trying to get a glass of water. Do you trip over a gift or two? Did you stub your toe on something that was actually meant to be celebrated, used, or well-loved? Something that was actually just meant to be a gift, like your cup. And the problem is, we keep adding and trying to take more on. Maybe it's that next fix, the next solution, the next thing that will finally work, right? It'll all fit together. Instead of just fortifying the cup itself. What if that rubble around us isn't a burden? What if it's a gift? It's just been unstacked. I want to take a moment with you, and we're going to think about these gifts as bricks as we go forward. See, we have podcasts that we've saved and never listened to. We have journals and prompts bookmarked that we never answer, friendships we mean to nurture, gratitude we feel but don't fully appreciate, strength we've proven but never recorded. We don't lack resources or confidence for that confidence or resilience. In this world, we lack stacking. See, if we go from surviving to stacking, because confidence is not a personality trait, it's a construction project. And construction requires bricks and mortar. Beliefs are that first brick that we can pick up and run with. Beliefs weave together everything we do, say, and become. Beliefs that whether we are worthy, whether rest is allowed, the belief about whether we're behind or maybe just think we are, the belief about whether that's our story disqualifies us or strengthens us. That's a belief that I had to rewrite myself. See, the beliefs you carry about yourself are both the mortar and simply a brick, right? That gift that some of us are just tripping over. And it holds more than we ourselves can carry. So let's talk about these bricks. There are 5 bricks that I want to bring to you today. And there's actually a 6th. Pro tip, little hint. They're available to you every single day. And so that first brick is your beliefs. What you say and think about yourself and the world around you, where no one else gets a say. The second brick is your affirmed narrative, the words you choose to rehearse instead of rehearsing your fear, or rehearsing what the world says about you, right? Because we get to decide what we believe about the world. The second brick is beauty. Moments that remind our nervous system that life is still pretty darn good. The fourth brick is evidence. The successes, the wins, the survival stories, the things that you've already done. Earlier, I mentioned the strength that you've proven but never recorded. That's your evidence. And the fifth brick is gratitude. The cataloging of abundance, the noticing of the goodness. Because we don't need more. Okay? We don't need more to wait until the next season or when XYZ changes. There's no such thing. They simply don't exist. We need to stack one brick at a time. And that 6th brick is coming. We'll wait on that for a minute. But first, I want to talk to you about the enemy of resilience, the burnout trap. Burnout happens when we try to pour from that cup that isn't fortified. We compare, we scroll, we chase, we add instead of mend, instead of affirm. Instead of simply asking ourselves what we need. But resilience, real resilience, is the ability to pause and to stack. And when we stack these bricks, we build confidence. Not the loud kind, not the performative kind, but the kind that quietly fortifies our life. The kind that surpasses sustainability and those burnout cycles. I want to share with you a couple timeless practices. Not the kind that require building permits and bricks, but it requires just an empty piece of paper. When you catalog gratitude, it becomes stackable. When you name your evidence, it becomes stabilizing. When you write your beliefs down, you can test them. When you track beauty, your nervous system thanks you. And when you record your wins, your confidence compounds, brick by brick, page by page. And now for that 6th brick. This one is the bigger picture. It's you, the vision bearer. You are also a brick. When we enter our relationships as reminders of those other bricks, gratitude, evidence, beauty, affirmed narrative, and walking in our beliefs, we're not just stacking for ourselves, we're creating an ecosystem. Those bricks begin to flow. They begin to stack together. They begin to fortify not only who we are, but who we're becoming. And when you allow yourself to become a brick, you can help other women do the same. So I want you to imagine a space where these kind of conversations are commonplace, where we stack, and as you stack, cheering can be heard. where pacing yourself into who you are becoming is expected. Not through pressure, not through comparison, but through rhythm, through reflection, through shared strength. The opportunity to do all of this in real time exists, alongside other women inside a sisterhood group that I opened just a few years ago to gather together. The women who are stacking, the women who are rebuilding, the women who are also choosing to fortify their cups. And I want to share that vision with you because that sixth brick, it's the one you can't live without. More than we sometimes realize, we can't build alone. We can't build in that vacuum. And when women gather with this kind of intention, the impact is immeasurable. And so instead of asking yourself, why am I empty? What if we shifted that to asking, what brick can I stack today? Instead of asking, why am I so drained? What if you asked, what beliefs need reinforcing? What gratitude needs recording? What evidence have I forgotten? What beauty have I rushed past? Because the truth is, you don't need a bigger cup. You just need a fortified one. One that's built and rebuilt brick by brick, held together by those beliefs that we talked about, weaving in between everything. Strong enough to hold that life that you're meant to live. And visible enough that the women around you can see it. They may not know what to call it, but in a world that often just feels so chaotic and overwhelming and loud, we can still choose to be women who are fortified, women who stack, women who rebuild, women who become that sixth brick for someone else. And so as you set out to stack your bricks, remember that we all need a place to do that alongside other women, to be fully who we are and who we're becoming. Every month, I host a sisterhood open session designed to give you an opportunity to see and feel what that looks like. We don't put on a show for you. We just keep showing up for aligned growth conversations, stacking up who we are and cheering each other on along the way. Send me a message anytime, and I'll let you know when the next one is. And if a conversation would feel supportive between those available sisterhood sessions, as you rebuild, as you stack, I keep room in my calendar for connections with women like you. Brick by brick, fortifying your cup together. So the question really becomes, what brick can you stack today? Back to you, Jake.
I also have a little question for you, but I wanted to share with you a little something about a cup.
I love it. Bring it on.
A friend of mine actually made this cup for me, and it was quite a challenge for her. And you'll see why it's a challenge in a moment, because we both love coffee, and whilst we both love coffee, we both have a sense of humour.
Oh, yes, exactly.
And so it looks as though when it's filled with coffee, we have the coffee coming out.
It is
now, when I gave
action.
her this, when I sent her the a photo of, it was a AI drawing, I think, or AI image of a cup exploding with coffee in it. And it's quite a powerful metaphor, really, because throughout all the chaos, here's my cup exploding. Yet,
adding to the chaos.
Adding to the chaos. And she was, I don't know how I'm going to make this. And she went to her pottery class, and her pottery teacher went, "Are you nuts?" And she went, "Yeah,
Bring it on.
bring it on." And what she did was create this amazing, wonderful, gorgeous cup that I absolutely adore, because it suits my sense of humor hugely.
Oh, yeah. Great conversation piece.
But she made this with love and respect and friendship and kindness. She put her time and energy into it. And when you put that time and energy into your cup, no matter how broken the cup may appear,
It's useful. It's fortified. It's there for you when you need it.
exactly. So do you think I have a feeling, a sensation, a belief, a value around what this cup actually means? Oh, yeah, big time. Now, when I first asked her this, she was overwhelmed, going, "How am I going to make that?" So I have a question for you. If someone's overwhelmed, what brick would you get them to pick up first?
I love that you put all of this together because really the answer is relationship. You asked your friend something, it overwhelmed her, but your belief in her resulted in that cup,
Yeah.
right? And because rebuilding and growth and confidence and all those things, they don't happen in isolation. And likewise, burnout and disconnection, they thrive in isolation.
Yeah.
Right? And how else do we grow but through relationship?
Definitely. And this is why I love doing the show, because the relationships that have come from this show have been incredible. The guests we have on it have been amazing. Shaina, you have been amazing. Thank you for being on Speakers on Edge, 15 Minutes of Fame. That's it for today's show, folks. We'll see you on the next one. Bye. Oh, and check out the link as it comes up on the screen in just
Beautiful.
a sec. See you next time. Bye.
See you.